Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit them right in the chest. It be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone, eating up these pigs.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. I'm your boy today, Matthew Briggs. I got a special guest in the building, but before I introduce him, I got my A1 since day one, Mr. Crenshaw. Say what's up to the folks.
What up, though?
And like I said, I got a special guest coming down all the way from Houston. Say what's up to the folks, Mr. Figgy Fig.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Oh,
Doing
better
good,
now that
man.
this nightmare is over with, man.
The search is over, man.
Right.
Finally.
Well, you know, we usually record on Wednesdays, but with the the announcement of today, we're W for Lovie. We hired Lovie Smith as our head coach after it seemed like months and months of toiling back and forth. You're our guest, Figgy. What kind of give us the lowdown? What did you think was behind all this quote unquote mastermind?
As far as like the hire,
Yes.
To be honest, it seemed like this hire was kind of last minute. I don't know if y'all ever worked at a place where a boss hit you up last minute, like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I need you to cover this shift, and I ain't got nobody else but you. Can you look out for me?" It kind of seemed like this with the Lovie Smith hire, but I'm actually okay with the hire. It could be like a good mistake, as some might say. So I'm pretty good with the hire, man, but the way they did it was a little funky.
Oh, I agree with you. I think they could have handled it a lot better. Crenshaw, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Fig. It seemed like, the last minute it was like, hey, can you do us a favor right quick? Because we don't want to like an ass 2 years in a row. But I wish it would have got done sooner. I hope tomorrow the guys ask the questions on what took so long. Was Lovie always, going to be one of the picks? Just ask the tough questions tomorrow in the presser. Don't shy away. Like, get at them, drill them. You know what I'm saying?
So, kind of put my my tinfoil hat on. A lot of the rumors are saying that Josh McCown was the head coach, but Nick Caserio was scared of the backlash, especially because of Brian Flores' lawsuit. Do y'all agree with that, or was it this kind of he wasn't ready type of situation?
I kind of agree with that, man. It seemed like it was all in the works, and once that Brian Flores lawsuit hit, then everything kind of slowed up a little bit. And to me, I think with them hiring Lovie so last minute like this, because he wasn't even brought up when it came to the coaching candidates. And remember last year, they brung up a lot of random names. They brung up Tim Kelly. We interviewed Tim Kelly. They never, we knew that wasn't going to happen, but they interviewed him. And they didn't really do that with Lovie until we heard about it for the first time, Sunday night, Sunday evening. Right. So to me, it seemed like it was kind of more desperate. And I think that I don't know if they got a conversation, got a knock on the door from the league or what, but it seemed like some things changed a lot where they said we can't hire McCown right now. So let's get Lovie in right now since he's been here, for the past season. So let's just stick him right there and move forward.
Crenshaw?
Yeah, I agree because you don't interview Josh 3 times if he wasn't serious. Right. So I'm glad that it did happen, even though the way it happened, it was unfortunate. But I don't like the way, Flores was like, hey, I'm glad you got the job, but, I'm better than you. Y'all saw that post he put out, his attorney put out? Yeah, I didn't like that, but I'm glad Josh not the coach because I didn't want to hear Landry with the what do you say, Figgy? The Josh train? What do you say?
The McCown
The town train.
train.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, the McCown train still kind of alive because they could bring him in as like a QB coach or something. We know Pep is the OC now, but
Yeah.
they could try to stick him on the staff somehow and just kind of do. I mean, they should have did this from the beginning instead of
Yeah, they should
shooting
have.
him right the head coach. But maybe they could stick him on the staff and let him learn or something.
Yeah,
That's better than
let
going
him
right
earn
to
his
head coach.
stripes.
Look, a lot of people were saying this. They should have hired Smith last year instead of Coley. Maybe this nonsense wouldn't have happened. To me, when Flores got released from the Dolphins, that's kind of when we got rid of Coley. So I kind of figured Flores was our guy. And then the lawsuit came out, and I think that kind of hindered. I think that hurt him more. I mean, I stand up for what he did. It needed to be done, but I think it hurt him more than it helped him, especially right now. And I have to agree with what you were saying, Figgy. Yeah, I think the NFL probably stepped in and said, "Hey, look, we can't take no more of this."
Yeah.
Not in Black History Month.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it just would have looked weird, man. If this lawsuit didn't happen, it probably wouldn't be talked about. But it just looked weird that a guy with no coaching experience at all just get this job during all of this lawsuit stuff, because that would have made his case a little bit. They're saying, damn, this dude got this job, and I got some coaching experience. I've been coaching for a long time, and this white dude who never coached a day in his life. So I think the league was like, yo, like not now.
Kind of going on what you said earlier, Pep is the OC. Smart move, bad move, okay move. What's y'all's take on it?
Shit, I think it's a great move because his past teams, Colts, what he did with Justin, over there, the Chargers and everything, and we don't want Davis, going through guy after guy. You need to keep with the same person, especially if Davis is your guy. And Davis is not your guy, then you want to go a different direction. But I think that he deserves a full season with Pep and see what he can do. A lot of people on the fence, he ain't this, he ain't that. But we need to see a full off season, get him a better offensive line, get him a run game, and see what he can do.
I agree, man. I like this. Hopefully, I'm more excited about seeing the different offense, man. I'm tired of the Patriots Bill O'Brien offense, and we had it one last year. And I just hope we do a little something exciting instead of the same old week to week game plan and all that stuff. It still might be there, but I'm really excited to see what Pep can do as a play caller.
Yeah, like if we're gonna lose 30 to 33s, don't be getting me 7 points, 8 points, no touchdowns. I'm tired of those games right there, man.
Yeah, I'm tired of the run pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, let's open it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we got a question from the fans. Will it be a different offense? We know Nick is on the headset. Does that play a factor, or you think he's going to give the full reins to the Smith and Pep?
That's a good question, man. I'm not sure what type of offense Pep will bring, though, because he was under this offense last year. So I'm not sure if he got something he gonna bring to the table, or they just gonna do what they did from last year, or that Patriots way type of offense. But that's a good question. I would guess they will probably open it up a little more, but I'm not sure. Like, I would be more confident if they hired somebody like a Kevin O'Connell, who would, who probably would bring the McVay playbook or something, the West Coast offense. But I'm not sure what type of offense Pep will bring to this one.
Yeah,
Crenshaw,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
agree?
yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, you see, like I say, that's another question that we need to ask Pep. Like, hey, man, what kind of, or ask Nick tomorrow. Like, okay, what kind of offense are we running next year? Because we need to know. Because, yeah, that Patriots way offense, nah, that don't do it for me no more. I'm sick of that, man. So,
Yeah, and to me, it seemed like the games that Davis had a real good showing out. There was rumors that Pep had some hands in the play call. The Patriots game, the Chargers game, he had some of the strings in the play calling. So that that got to give you nothing but hope, right? I mean, Davis Mills looked great in those games.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's got 4 quarters of it. You can't have a half of it, and then the second half you go somewhere else. You have 4 quarters of it. Keep rolling, keep your foot on their throats and everything.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think the scary ball, the conservative, let's not throw it down the field, needs to be wiped clean from NRG Stadium. Like get rid of it. Like let's take the chances. What you got to lose?
Hmm.
yeah. I think they'd be okay because last year it was Tim Kelly, so you still had some Bob playbook left. So
Hmm.
I think he's gone. So I think they might start fresh.
See, me and Crenshaw, we would always joke on here every week that at halftime, Tim Kelly was calling down there, Alabama, the old Browns, saying, "So hey man, what I do here? Like, we need to lose this game. So what's up? What did I do? So,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because it was so up and down, man. Because some games it'd be like, okay, Tim Kelly, he in his bag, okay. And then the next game is like, what the hell is he doing?
Hmm.
Like he
well,
gotta go, man. Yeah. I was surprised he even stayed another year, but
Yeah.
man.
well, now that we got Pep as the OC, here's the main question: who will be the DC of the Houston Texans with Smith being the head coach?
I think Lovey gonna promote his son, Miles
Yeah.
Smith to DC. I feel like that make the most sense in the world. I don't see them bringing in anybody else. I do see him getting promoted to DC. They haven't made an announcement yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Let me get my tinfoil hat going on. Nick's about promoting or about grooming future head coaches. You could have Josh McCown as QB coach, Pep Hamilton as OC, Jared Mayo as DC, and possible Hines Ward as wide receiver coach. There's 4 young
Mm.
coaches that right there in his back pocket if he ever needs to use it.
I would be shocked at that, man. I would be shocked at the Gerard Mayo if he came here to be a DC. It seemed like he kind of comfortable being the Patriot right now.
Hmm.
You never know, but I
Because
would
he's
be
just a
shocked.
linebacker coach, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with y'all. I think it's going to be his son.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be
look,
his son.
I mean, they can go out there and get what's the Broncos ex coach, Vic.
Vic Vanzio, our
Yeah,
old DC.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see that's the rough thing about covering this team because a lot of people it's a tough sell to try to get people to come here.
Hmm.
So we had a whole bunch of coaching candidates, and most of them didn't even interview here. I'm not sure why, if it was the Texans or if it was them not wanting to come here or entertain the possibility of coming here. So I like the big names, but I feel like I feel like it's slim pickings, and they might have to rely on some young up and coming guys like a
Yeah.
Miles Smith or something like that.
Yeah. It's about control because they know if they come here, they're gonna get full roster control. And as a coach, I want that. I want to pick my guys. I don't want you to pick my roster for me. Like, how do we
Mhm.
know that Lovey won't Pep as his OC?
Yeah.
We don't even much know that. We just assuming, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that Nick got to get out his head. Like, bro, like let these people pick their guys, and then if it fail, it don't fall back on you. It fall back on them. Now, right now, if everything fail, bro, you got to go.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat for sure after this whole fiasco. He just made it look like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to agree with you. So with the hiring, coach of Smith, here's a question: with the off season coming, it's a rebuild. How do you attack this rebuild? Do you attack it aggressively, sit back, or wait and see?
The first thing you got to do is you got to trade Deshaun Watson, man. I feel like this rebuild will not start until you trade number 4.
Man, you act like you've been on here forever. Like we talk about this every week.
Yeah, the rebuild will not start until you trade him. I think once you trade him, I will get way more excited. I will probably watch way more college football at this point. And I think, you put that in the past and you can move forward. But right now, man, he's still on the roster. So it's hard to move forward when you got him on the roster. So that's the first thing they got to do.
Agreed. You got to get 4 out of the building so you can see what kind of draft capital you're getting, and then maybe Tonsil might fall behind, maybe so, and get the ball rolling, man. I mean, I'm just ready to put all the negative energy behind us. I think the reason why we're getting so much hate and everything because Deshaun's still on the team. Once he leaves, I think it's going to dial down a little bit, and also when you start winning some games. Winning cures everything. So, but as of right now, we got to keep on, back and forth with the fan base and other fan bases. You know what you're doing, this and this and that. But because to me, this team been worse. I've seen this team 2-14 with a hell of talent. So this ain't the lowest point, but to some, this is the lowest point.
Yeah, and another thing to add to that, man. I think Caserio had a good draft, man. I know he ain't the sexiest guy right now, but his draft picks was all right, man.
you can even say he had a hell of a free agency too.
Yeah. He like Kame Grugier Hill.
Yeah.
He was. You could argue and say he was the defensive MVP on this team.
Yeah.
So quarterback Thomas, Collins, like you can go on the list is longer than it is shorter. So you got to give him that. And this time he has a full draft.
Mm-hmm.
And he might have extra pieces.
Yeah.
So
and like I said, I like what he did with the little pieces he did have. He, got Davis Mills in the 3rd round.
Third round, yeah.
So he got Roy Lopez in the 5th.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty solid, man. I can't hate him for that. So I think if he have another draft like this, a full draft, and get some good pieces, I think they moving in the right direction.
And also it gives those guys he drafted last year another year to improve. So I mean, you're just building your body of work.
Yeah,
I gotta have to agree with y'all. You gotta get rid of Watson and not be aggressive on the free agency, but kind of do what you did last year. Kind of attack it in variations. Because I mean, we got a good roster, but there's a lot of pieces that we're missing. A lot, especially on the offensive side. So you gotta figure you can't fix it all in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Well, before we head out, Figgy, we usually do some bold takes and stuff like that. Before we go, right now, with everything going on, what do you see the Texans' record next year?
Woo!
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, last year, so they went 4-13 last year. I think Lovie is a better coach. I think if Lovie coached last year, I think he will probably have about 5 or 6 wins. So I'm gonna go with 5. I think they're gonna go 5-12. 5-12.
Okay.
Yeah,
The schedule is going to be a little easier. We got a third place schedule. I could last year they could have won more than 4 games last year. They let a lot of games get blown. Like the New England game should have won that one, should have won the Jets game, should have won the Miami game. So I could see this team going 7-10 this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6-13, 7-10 best. Or 6-11. Well, one more thing. What's your hot take of the offseason? What's your bold prediction of the offseason, Figgy? What do you think is gonna happen?
Hot take or what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think the Houston Texans will trade back in the draft.
Ooh.
So they're at number 3 right now. I'm not sure who's gonna be the lucky team to try to trade up to get to number 3, but I can see them trading back because I don't really see anything at 3 that's a must pick.
You don't think Kyle Hamilton's a must?
Not at 3.
Not
at 3. If he dropped down to like 6 or 7 or somewhere, low, around 10, for sure. But 3 is a little too early to me. So I think where the Houston Texans are, they need to trade back and stock up on some draft picks. So that's probably my hottest take. I don't think they're gonna pick at 3.
Kershaw?
I guess I got to go with Reed coming back because before he was out the door, and then today he was happy about the Lovie hire and everything. I say they're gonna re-sign Reed, so that's my hot take.
Here's my hot take, bold prediction, whatever you want to call it. I say we make a Deshaun trade, or we get Barkley out of it with some first round picks to New York.
The Giants.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, everybody in his camp wants him to go to New York, even though his camp is like a Mike Tyson camp, just bad for the guy, like ruin his career. Sell now, Deshaun, sell now. But yeah, I think we make that trade, and they already said they want to get rid of Bradbury and Barkley. I'll take both. Yes, please. So.
Sure,
just throw in another first round or second round pick for Barkley.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, Biggie, tell us where we can find you at, what you're working on.
You can follow me on Twitter at @TheFiggyFig. I'm on Instagram at the same handle too. You can listen to me on Sports Radio 610. I'm on In the Loop from 10 to 2. I'll be trying to put on the vibes a little bit. I also have a hip hop podcast called Gems and Juice. So we break down hip hop, music, entertainment, and all that good stuff. So
we're gonna need you to come on more often because we already had a little Kiki and little O come on.
Oh, okay.
From Houston Sports, so
Okay, nice. Yeah. We always break down music. Charles Amena, who's supposed to come back on our podcast, he a big Gunna fan, so I told him every time a Gunna album drops, he got to come on and break it down. So I'm trying to get him on probably sometime this week or next week. But yeah, man, that's what I got going on.
All right. Well, Crenshaw, where can we find you at?
You can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw. And Fig, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's up?
All right. So the Gotti album, is it qualified?
What's funny is we didn't even break that. We forgot to break that album down, but I actually listened to it.
Yeah,
I like it, man. I like his last couple projects. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. I feel like he grew as an artist. So he kind of in a grown man, like a grown man type of artist. I can't explain it, but he kind of grew as an artist.
Okay, well, what about 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz? I didn't like the 2 Chainz album, man. I felt like the 2 Chainz album was too bubblegumish.
Yeah, all right.
I felt like he like to me what did it for me was the Laffy Taffy sample.
Oh man, yeah.
And I'm just like, what is he doing here? Like I love the Beat King song because Beat King from H-Town. Yeah, so I ain't got no problem with that, but it seemed like it was a lot of that. And I feel like 2 Chainz is an artist. He's like a grown man type of artist. I feel like he should
Yeah.
be rapping over Big Kurt type of beats.
Yeah.
And to me, I felt like this was more bubblegumish. So I was very disappointed. I was disappointed at this.
Yeah, the neighbors know my name. I'm like, come on, man, what's going on with
Yeah,
that?
yes. So that album to me was Pigpen.
Pigpen.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'll be listening.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Well, man, again, Biggie, thank you for coming on. We definitely got to do this again. This was fun.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me, man. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
Be sure to tune in. We're going to have another regular episode on Wednesday with Honorable-elect Jarrell Rogers on to talk to his whole campaign in a little Houston sports. Until then, you can find me at Cancel Tim Kelly. I need to change this damn name because
Change that name. He's canceled already.
I don't want people to think I'm a Titans fan. That's the last thing I need.
Yeah.
And you can find the podcast and all of our good stuff on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Texans Fan Battle. So make sure you give us a follow. Until then, guys, have a good day.
Peace.
Peace.